In this video, we're going to have a look at how to prepare a histogram. A histogram is a graphical way of representing a data set to help determine the spread of the data. Now, a histogram needs to have some core components. The first one is a title. The second one are labels on the both axes. Now, both axes need to have a scale, and that scale needs to be consistent across all of the axes. Now, the column lengths need to be equal, and there's no gaps in between the columns, and you leave a half interval gap at the beginning and end of the histogram. So let's have a look at now how to prepare a histogram based on an example data set. In this example, I want to prepare a histogram for the dataset provided. Now, the first step is to prepare the frequency table to group my values together to allow me to plot onto the histogram. And to do that, I need to determine what my groupings are going to be. So within the dataset, I need to go from 11 up to 40. So I'm going to go up in groups of 5. So 11 to 15, 16 to 20, 21 to 25, 26 to 30, 31 to 35, 36 to 40. So once I've done my groups, I need to go ahead and fill in the tallies for each value that fall within the relevant group. So 30, 32, 11, and keep going until all the tallies have been updated. Once all the tallies have been added to the table, you can go ahead and count each group. So 7, 4, 0, 5, 1, and 6. Once the frequency table has been completed, you can go ahead and start filling in the histogram. Now, the first step is to draw in your X and your Y axes. And once you've drawn in the axes, add in your scale for your X axis, which is going to be each lot of groups you've done from your frequency table. So 11 to 15, 16 to 20, and then add in your scale for your Y axis, which is the frequency, and that needs to go up to 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So once you've gone ahead and plotted your scale onto your X and your Y axes, you can start filling in each group. So my 11 to 15 group has a frequency of 7. So putting that on there, then 16 to 20 has a frequency of 4. Notice how my bars are touching each other. There's no gaps in between the bars. 20 to 25 has 0. 26 to 30 has 5. 31 to 35 has 1. And then 36 to 40 has 6. So now you can finish off the histogram by adding in labels for your X and your Y. So we'll add score received for the X axis and frequency for the Y axis. And you should also add in a title if you knew what the data was representing. So now you have completed the frequency histogram for the data set provided.